untreated heartburn or acid reflux can lead to cancer, which is pretty crazy. If you want a way to force your body to permanently stop acid reflux and heartburn in 48 hours, click the link in the description below. For now, let's get to today's question.
The question, can diet change to a healthier lifestyle cause acid reflux? Answer by Greg Nye. Your diet change could absolutely be the culprit. Calling any given food healthy is just a general designation. I have a significant number of patients who become extremely symptomatic by eating garlic, for example, even trace amounts. Now, garlic is not a bad or unhealthy food, but for some of my patients it is very clearly and directly linked to their pain/brain fog, IBS/etc. Symptoms vary. A point is, there is the general classification of foods as healthy and unhealthy. Within that healthy classification, any given food might not work for you. There is a list of usual suspects when it comes to reactivity, but I've seen 2 patients with very dramatic and systemic reactions to lettuce, which is certainly not on the usual suspects list. Go figure. Elimination/reintroduction is the way to figure out which foods isn't working for you. Answer by Lori Malone. Fruits. While most likely avoiding citrus fruits and juices, like oranges and lemons, choose from a variety of non-citrus fruits such as bananas, melons, apples, and pears among others. Vid. Heartburn no more. TM. Vegetables. Select from a wide variety of vegetables. Avoid or reduce sauces or toppings that are high in fat or other irritants like tomatoes or onions. Eggs. These are high in protein. However, if eggs are a problem for you, stick to the whites and stay clear of the higher fat yolks, which are more likely to cause symptoms. Fat is a type of nutrient high in calories but a necessary part of your diet. Not all fats are created equal. Generally avoid or reduce saturated fats, usually from meat and dairy, and trans fat, in processed foods, margarines, and shortenings. Try replacing them, in moderation, with unsaturated fats from plants or fish. Here are some examples. Keep good posture during and after a meal. It's a good idea to sit up while eating and avoid lying flat for a minimum of 2 hours after eating a meal. Standing up and walking around after a meal helps encourage gastric juices to flow in the right direction. Answer by Lershway K. Springford. Every symptom follows 5 natural laws of healing. The first law is that every symptom begins with a biological conflict, that is, a traumatic stress experience. In the case of acid reflux, the conflict is a territorial anger conflict, or it can be an identity conflict for left-handed people. The second law is that every biological conflict follows 2 phases, with symptoms changing depending on whether the conflict is active, or the conflict has been resolved. Once the conflict is resolved and the healing, second, phase is substantially complete, there is a healing crisis which renormalizes the metabolism, and affected body part or body system. In the case of the territorial anger conflict, the first phase is heartburn/acid reflux/ulcerations of the stomach lining, or no noticeable symptom at all. The second phase, the healing phase after resolving the territorial anger conflict, is nausea. The healing crisis is vomiting, as well as a general flashback of the original conflict active symptoms, including psychological symptoms of anger. Healing crises very often occur at around 3 a.m. We also wake at 3 a.m. when we have an active conflict, but then have a very hard time getting back to sleep, so this is not indicative of an active conflict. Further evidence that this has been a healing phase, and its associated healing crisis, is that you have had a general sense of well-being of late. There is no direct relationship between diet and the course of this type of symptom. Any connection would either be because the change to a healthier lifestyle represented a resolution to a conflict, or because the change to a healthier lifestyle triggered a territorial anger conflict for you. This is quite possible if, for example, you are now intentionally eating something that, when you were a child, you did not like to eat. Judging by the symptoms, if this is the case, then it was something your mother forced you to eat and you were very angry about it. By willingly eating it for your health, you have resolved that old anger conflict against the person who was making you eat that food. Enjoy your new, healthier life.